played Atlantean Mermail. Put in a very large amount of hours of testing. Thought I would do a little bit better. Unfortunately, Coelacanth decided otherwise and decided to give me hugs every game. So we can get right into the duel. Jesus Christ. I'm already failing. Deck profile. We played 43 cards. After doing all the math and the testing and everything, I felt like this is like the perfect amount. You can. I feel like the ratios just really depend on it because the amount of non-engine that you play really goes well into it. Played 3 Abyssidus, Bisteus, whatever you want to call it. It's just generically good. It's a big guy that gets the other extra names out of your hand. I'm like stuttering so bad. I'm so tired. The best card in the entire game. Holy crap. This card is busted. Non-once per turn. Search any Sea Serpent. Mandatory Chain Link 1. Always chain locked. Pretty good. I have no idea why this thing... this thing should not be at 3. Bispike. Konami reprint this card. There's no reason why this rare and the super should be between $15 and $23. It's insane. Good generic starter. It's not the best normal summon, but it's okay. This card does way too much. Foolish to special or add to hand and banish to get a draw is like, I don't know why the Konami made that. That's insane. Shadow Squad, just as good. If you have a Coelacanth on board, you can push out a Pike. But if you don't do that, you put out Dragoons and lose to Harbinger of Doom. So that's what I did. 3 prints. This card is absolutely disgusting. Foolish for cost. I got impermed once and Veilered on the summon of this card, and that was kind of funny. So that like worked out real well. Poseidra, love this card. This just being a generic normal or special summon, not specifically from hand like Abyssteus, was really what the last little bit of the deck I think needed. I don't think this deck needs anything else. I think it's perfectly fine. We played the 1 Infantry. This card is broken. Not once per turn. Sent by Water Effect, pop a face-up card. Loved every bit of it. Malanglacia. Oh my goodness. Hand ripping is the best thing ever. We got Coelacanth and Minstrel. These two pair together with, like, if you open this Dragoons and, like, even opening this, it's just like you're looking at your opponent's hand, you're getting rid of, like, a nib or an interaction, and then you're hand ripping for 2 later, no matter what, is like, oh my god, it's so good. And then we played the 1 Shift. Shift was being shifty. He did his things, but really glad we played him. Next is all non-engine. Non-engine, slight little bit of engine, but there's only 3 pieces. 3 Parolia. This card is insane. It's a water. It's a maxi. Don't really got to go too much into it. Wallows. 3 Ash. 3 Impulse. And 3 Burn. Don't really got to say much. These are like the basic standard hand traps that this deck plays. The last 3 available spots I designated to 3 designated 1-ofs. Prosperity for consistency, 1 for 1 because Prince is still insane, and Call By because Shifter sucks. Other than that, the main deck, I felt like the main deck was exactly where it needed to be. I tried playing with 2 Minstrel because hand ripping was like pretty prevalent. It's like the combo lines is like exactly like where you want to go. But I felt like the board presence in the current format is kind of like little needed more with the flexibility of the non-engine. But yep, that was it for the main deck. Let's get into the side deck, or the extra deck. I mean, we played White Aura Porpoise. This card's actually disgusting. You you just make it with 1 Piker Dragoon and a Shift. The Shift will always be summoned off a Coelacanth, or if you hard normal summon it in special Coelacanth, or when you special Coelacanth, either way. This can revive back a Pike and or Dragoons, and if you revive one with the same name, you just revive the other. And this card just helps you make another Bahamut for Toad or a Dweller. It's really cracked. If you do the specific combo, when you bring everything back, you can make a Dragoons or a Dragite. And then on the follow-up, when you banish Shift and it returns, after you use the spell negate, you can make checking. For the links, we had Abyss Keeper. I made this several times today because I hard opened Coelacanth, and this card says you can special fish from your hand. Nothing more on that. Coral Anemone. Really, really good for consistency. Oh no, you get waterlocked. Doesn't really matter. Maybe Confliction with Nib, but that never really happened. Abyssalacia. This card, absolutely insane. I didn't know if I was going to make it a lot more than I thought I would. I almost made... Actually, I think I made Abyssalacia more than I did Coral Anemone today because I opened so much gas when I normally did that I just needed to play on my opponent's turn. And our last link, obviously, was Neptibus. Non-target protection against your Toads are really sick. Going to Z, speaking of Toads, we played Double Toad. It's Toad. Literally don't have to say anything. Omni negate, and you take. It's crazy. We played One Dweller, Double Bahamut, Fiendsmith, and Fiendsmith and the Mermail mirror match was like one thing I was really worried about. Also, I almost played Metal Churnus, but I really wish I did. So like this should have been probably the common change in the side deck would have been a Metal Churnus to make this a lot stronger. Last three Z's cards are excuse me, the Big Abyss Right, the Big Poseidra, and Abyss Guys. Skill Drain the face-up cards, Triple Bounce, and Revive 3, and Attack Gain, which came up earlier, but like it helped me win a game in time because I got Attack Boost for 600, which is really nice. So, yeah, that was the extra deck. Into the side. I knew about almost every single, like there was like one or two that I didn't know, but like I was actually I think it was just like literally just Joey was the only person I didn't know what they were playing. We played one copy of Gozen. This was gonna be Barrier Statue, but I was sick and tired of bricking on everything, and I was like, I want something that's gonna be interactive that just won't get normal summon beat over. So I played Gozen. Played 3 Crossout. Obviously, Nib sucks. Droll's like kind of annoying, but it's like whatever. But Crossout's just generically good. They're probably gonna hit it at some point. They probably should at least. We played the second copy of Minstrel. When I hard go first. If it's a deck that I'm like extremely worried about, like Pure Ideal, where they have a large abundance of hand traps, I want to hit this immediately. Double Droll. Didn't play to 3 because we're obviously playing Impulse and we didn't want a large Confliction. The same reason we played Double Veiler. I didn't side the same months today. At all. Not even. These two should have been Metaltronus. End of story. Malice was here. We played 3 Lancia. This is my card. This is what I do. That's why I still have the original copies.
Poor Josh.
Yep, double Lancia and Josh was kind of funny. And then, 3 Nib. Like, Nib is just good. Like, you can't go wrong with Nib. But, I wish I did a little bit better. I thought I put in a lot of testing. I think the testing that I put in was extremely, like, the correct. I don't think I could have just calculated. I kept a tracker. I played 8 rounds, a total of 15 matches. I opened Coelacanth 11 of those 15 games. So opening a hard one of Brick and not being able to play sucks. It was just a variant issue at that point. I thought, like, doing the math and the numbers with other people that it was the preferred ratio that I wouldn't open these bricks up more often. Nope, the game just said nah. So, with that said, shout out to Billy for getting second place, your first final appearance. Shout out for Zach for doing testing with me. Shout out you. Shout out Adrian, Griff, the Bozos, the Goofies. Shout out Adam for letting me borrow the Gaios, and Kevin for letting me borrow the Walchummies. And I really don't know who else to... Oh, shout out Landon. He's going to win YCSL Salvador. Oh, and my wife. I don't have my ring. I'm sorry.
That's just disrespectful.
It fell off. Why are we still recording? Cut it off.